Mr. Brüggemann, besser gesagt, how are you seeing at this moment the market, direct marketing market in Germany, in Europe possibly, because here with this group of international people, I think you also speak about these kind of things. Can you tell me your impressions?
Yeah, the economy is on a little better condition, so we mentioned that also in the direct marketing business, but we see that the printing is more or less stagnating. In Germany it's a little bit going down. And the internet campaigns are rising very fast. So in our agency, make nearly double income with internet last year than the year before.
Since last year we spoke about your interesting book about the topics in direct marketing. What do you think now with the topics about the Web 2.0, the new consumer, everything? Everybody's speaking about all these new changes. What do you think about this? Would it give material to make a new book like this? Because it's also a big.
I think people don't change so fast. So the rules of direct marketing do not depend on the channel you're using. The rules of direct marketing are growing up over hundreds of years, starting with the first love letter from any Indian to his girlfriend. So I think we have to see you can make different things on different channels. In internet you can have movements and speeches and all those things. You cannot use on printed sheets. So there are, let's say, other visual tactics, but they follow the same rules than if you do a mailing or anything like that. The only thing you have to mention is that in these electronic channels, the time where the target group remembers what she's seen is much shorter still than if someone reads anything on a printed sheet of paper. So you have to make it with a little higher frequency and a little more entertaining.
But you notice that your clients say, please, Mr. Brüggemann, we want to make more electronic things, more interactive things than paper or printed things? You notice this kind of changes or not?
Yeah, sure. This is a typical wish of clients because they believe it's cheaper.
Oh, okay. So they want to save money.
More people for less money. That is true on one side, but the trend goes to combined channels, to do mailings and put on a microsite on the internet, running the campaign further on other channels. We use more and more TV, response TV, we use radio. So the mixed channel is the ideal way to get under the line to get the most response in your target.
You think all this kind of new mobile marketing, Web 2.0 marketing, this kind of new, names, is it real working? Is it real something it can at this moment?
I can say internet is working.
Internet is working.
Okay. Mobile, I never did a campaign with mobile marketing, so I have no experience in that. But I think when I see all the people out on the road with their mobile phones in crowded areas, I'm not sure that any advertising message will have a chance to work in this, let's say, crowded media.
Yes. So you think it will be difficult?
It will be difficult. We will test it piece by piece and see what can we do, but there will be big parts we cannot do. do that.
And what do you think about the viral marketing? This kind of spots you put in YouTube and they work gratis. You don't have to pay as an advertiser. You don't have to pay for the media because it works alone.
I think,
what do you think?
That's a real good idea. It depends on the strategy that is as old as the internet. Normally, if you send an auto mailing, you put it in a letterbox where you believe the guy behind it might be interested. The way in internet is completely the other way. You can offer something and wait if there is someone who is interested in and hit on your side. And that's the thing in viral marketing. You have to be your virus. You must be so interesting that a lot of people click to it and send it to friends. And then viral marketing works. But like all those headlines, viral marketing is only a nice and illustrating headline for a necessary doing if you work with internet.
Okay, so you think the mailing, the traditional mailing, has a future? Will stay working? Is your main?
In this generation, it will have a future.
Okay.
I cannot
the next, no? You don't
say anything for the next generation.
Yes.
But this generation is used to learn by printed words on paper.
Okay, understand.
The next generation might be a little bit closer, but as long as for example, our copyright, when they write a copy and want to correct it, they put it on a printer and read it on a piece of paper. As long will the mailing stay alive.
I understand. So you think it has a future at this moment? In this generation, next generation, we don't know, or you don't know what will come.
I don't know, because if I see those kids who wake up with this
all the PlayStations and all this kind of
and are very virtual. We will have quite a different sort of communication with much more entertainment, much more action than we think about today.
What do you think about the fairs? The big fairs of direct marketing we used some years before in Montreux, this beginning, then the DIMA, who stops, in Spain also last week we were, and it's not working. What do you think about the future or not future for this kind of events?
I'm a little bit divided. If I would run a printing house, a production specialist, I would go to a fair to show my clients what I can do. We as an agency go to these fairs too, but we make hundreds of contacts within 3 or 4 days. But if you see a few months later what comes out of business out of this contact, it goes nearly to zero. So it's just a sort of customer relationship to go to those things. And if we ever run low on money, it would be the first we skip. So if you watch all these fairs, they go up, rise, and suddenly they're gone, and someone else is starting anew. Former days in Germany it was a DIMA, and then the DIMA died.
And now what?
Sudden death.
Is there a future?
It's the mailing days.
I see, okay. Nochmal Rentenverlag. No, direct marketing.
Myla was
sorry, yes.
one of the founders in the German Post.
And it's working.
That is coming up.
Okay.
It's taking the place, taking over from the DIMA company.
But you're not a friend of being in an association, no? You don't believe in associations? No?
I see no sense. If you watch also Germany, see the DDB, he has much more trouble with itself than working for his members.
Working more than for themselves than
we left them.
Yes, in Spain I think it's
years ago. So
you left them because of this. That was the reason.
Yeah, we left them because we had our we created an offer for our clients where we said our agency is one of the agencies who guarantees the most response. And if not, you have not to pay our fee. If we are not the best in the competition, so
you get trouble with this.
Then we got trouble with this, and they threw us out. We did not leave them on our free will. They threw us out. Then there were a lot of press releases, so that a few weeks later, everyone knew our so-called immoral offer, and so it was a good public relation for us.
Oh yes, to get some clients.
But we never thought, even if they asked us more than one time, we never thought about going back.
No, you never.
We had a lot of clients, new clients who asked, can you do this or that? Have you experience in insurance companies or whatever? But as long as I can remember, we had never a new client who asked us, are you organization part of the member of Deutsche Direct Marketing?
So for the clients, this is not important, no? The BDV is not a thing that they...
And there are always some opinion leaders who talking a lot of bullshit in nice words, and it's disturbing time.
And you are this kind of your agency and all the other agencies like we're seeing here. They are not little, but they are unabhängig. They are independent. Independent companies, no?
Yeah.
So you come here together once a year. You were talking before we started the interview about you come together to change information, to change know-how. No, this is the thing you think are important for you for the independent companies like yours, no?
Yeah, because direct marketing normally is a quite located thing, because German customer follows with other rules and other signs than, for example, the Swedish. So we look what is similar, what is the same, and what is different. And that is very interesting. Then the laws are different. In all, for example, in all the northern countries like Sweden, Finland, sweepstakes are not allowed. Forbidden, so you can't do that.
You cannot use them.
So it's interesting for us to see what do they do in cases we would use a sweepstake. So it's quite interesting.
So you learn a lot. You learn some implications, some things you can use for your.
We learn a lot. And it's not so that you can take a sheer campaign and can take her home and make the same for another guy. But it's a lot of very interesting information, and it spreads up our minds for new ideas.
You told me a very interesting thing before. In India, to send a letter, it's about $10 the stamp. So you cannot make direct marketing. No, it's impossible, or it's too expensive. No,
you can only make direct marketing for, let's say, maximum 10% of the population.
Yeah.
Because and that is only the very social, very well suited part. Yes. The rest has simply no address.
This is the same also for Russia, for China, for all these big new coming countries.
No, but the problem is to buy addresses.
To find in this country.
It's just the same when in Germany we opened the border to the eastern, to the new German countries. There were no structure. There are no addresses viable. You could rent or buy or so. So it lasts years.
What do you think about the European legislation, about the address legislation? In Spain it's very strong, very hard. It's a problem for some address, to sending mailings. How do you see it for Europe
and
in general?
In Germany, we have strong rules how to handle addresses as companies. on the other side, the government is making rules for itself that go in the direction of a completely watched people. So they want to collect any sorts of
so the government do it, but you can use the direct marketing. You cannot.
So that is bullshit for me.
I understand.
We don't want to. We never thought of collecting data of illness and moving and put it together in one. They all say, speaking from the glass customer, you can look through this data. Everyone who is in this business knows you can have hundreds of data of a person. The customer that is like an open book will never be viable.
I understand. And to finish the interview, will we see a new book about you next time? Will we see some new book, or at this moment it's not in planification?
In the moment there are no plans because I have no interested and controversial theme in mind. But I'm sure when time will come,
you will write about a new topics books about broken topics, not breaking the rules. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Brugger. Michael from the agency?
Dialogue.
Dialogue, okay. Oh, good name. Dialogue Marketing. So you are Irish?
Irish,
this is where in your homeland here?
This is hometown. Look at the weather. Isn't it absolutely superb?
Yes, very nice. All the people in the park I was seeing.
Normally it's raining now.
Yes,
we're all delighted with this global warming for a week anyway.
Yes, right. So it will possibly change. So this year you organize this year?
Yeah, we were honoured to organise it this year. I think we had just short of 30 people representing, I think, about 35 of the countries.
Yes. Can you say some countries where they come from?
We have England, pretty much all of Europe. So we got Spain and France and Germany and Switzerland and Belgium, the Nordics, Finland are here,
Europeans.
Denmark, yeah. We have Pakistan are here, Russia are here. We didn't get people over from China or Singapore, predominantly because it's such a distance away.
The distance,
it's hard for them to make.
Okay.
But no, we're very happy with
the name of this meeting, Interdirect Network, was the official name of this kind of meeting?
It's basically a manager's meeting.
Okay,
there was nothing themed. That's the second meeting in September. We usually have a theme for that. So this was really pretty much down to the brass tacks of how we're all getting on as agencies, how can we help one another, that type of thing.
Okay, and how many days you stay here together? Normally?
The meetings themselves took 2 days.
2 days, okay.
But a number of people arrived early, and a number of them are staying till Monday or Tuesday of next week. So,
they want to see the nice.
Exactly, they're enjoying it. So, but the hard work was 2 days. Yeah.
I think can you say something about what you're speaking? What you've been speaking here? Some tendencies, something about.
Yeah, we had some. I think first of all, there's a great desire and passion from all the members to share, and that's quite unusual. I mean, even in the serious networks, you get less of it, and in this, where we all have our own separate businesses, you see somebody sharing an idea with somebody, and you feel obliged to repay them and say, well, listen, here's something that might be useful for you. I had 2 instances during this week where we had what we call the speed meetings, where you're sitting down with individuals and just identifying, have they been doing something in their particular country that we could learn from. And I've got 2 ideas that will be able to nurture into significant new business for my agency. And I'm itching to get out. I want to get out of this now and call the client and say, we've got some interesting insights. So, I think that's fascinating. You see people and you ask them, how's it going for you? And you can just tell. Yes.
But we're now in changing times. Now everybody speaks about the consumer-generated content and all these things, Web 2.0. This affects to the optimism or not optimism of the people here or of you.
Great. I think
it's a good.
Superb,
yes, you think it's interesting.
I mean, the great news. We had one insight over the week was that there is a fear that online is going to be the death knell of things like direct mail. The fact of the matter is that online is superb for direct industry direct. People are ordering online, but then they have to mail the package to you, so that's increasing the mail. Then they have to mail you an invoice, and then they're going to mail you a reminder, etc. So it's all helping. I mean, it's just increasing the pot there. So we're excited about all that.
Ireland is the island of the big call centers, no? I think it's what a lot of people have in his minds. Is it like this, or is it changing like this?
It is changing. It's
okay.
Good point. I think India are starting to really get into that particular space. What's happened with Ireland is, yes, we still have a huge call center industry, but it's much more in the high-end type of space. So you'll find it in the real top-end customer experience space rather than just transactional issues. We are, in terms of investment, Ireland is still a very attractive country to base your company, particularly if you're expanding into Europe because of the tax breaks.
I think, yes, because of tax,
absolutely.
Because government helps the companies.
They've done a great job. And
this is still going on?
Oh, it's still going on.
Okay.
And so we have, what's happening is we're getting not just the manufacturing plants, we're now, for instance, Dell, Microsoft, the Intel,
so they're all
but not just manufacturing, but their marketing.
Okay.
So all of the European marketing is now based in Ireland. And what that means is, it's employing people at a much higher level, so the jobs are more strategic versus just the call center type jobs, and that's very exciting. Okay, I understand. Okay, thank you very much. You come from Norway.
Yes.
You were here with the Interdirect group.
That's correct.
I think we know us from last year in Barcelona. It's more nice here than in Barcelona. Not. What do you think about? If you time,
it's very nice time in Ireland.
Yes, you have time. The group have had time to see something
not
at this
so
moment.
Not
not
with the group.
Okay.
We've only been here for 3 days.
Okay,
but myself have been here for a week.
Okay,
so I was lucky having a little vacation.
You will see some.
Yes.
Can you tell us something about what you've spoken here in this conferences?
We're talking about the trends in the direct marketing area, of course, which is what we're all doing.
Is it changing a lot or not? Is it changing? Because everybody speaks about changing of consumer, changing of the Web 2.0. Is this affecting also
there are a few trends. The consumers are getting even more clever,
more complicated, also,
more
no?
competent
yes.
as a buyer, which gives challenges to us as suppliers to be able to fulfill their demands. So that is definitely a trend. They demand more and they pay less, maybe also.
Yes, I understand.
That
so
the companies as well.
The internet, is it being a problem or not for you, or the consumer generated problems, or the mobile marketing, all these new things we're seeing? Is it for the traditional mailing you work?
I think it's to an advantage to us because we are specialized in direct marketing, and the companies selling to consumers and the markets today, they want to have effect from their money they're spending on marketing, and direct marketing gives you a very clear definition and results.
But the clients, they don't look for the interactive agencies instead of direct marketing. Is this not a problem?
So.
Okay.
Of course, we meet competition from the interactive agencies.
Okay.
But we also work as interactive agencies. We supply interactive marketing as well, in the direct marketing sense of the term in the interactive area. So it's a business opportunity as well.
Norway, I think, is a good market, no? Your country is a strong market, no?
Penetration on broadband, for instance. Everybody's using a computer. Most households are linked to broadband. I think we're up to 60-70% of the population now. So of the households. So we have a very good coverage for internet use. Yes.
Okay, thank you. The prize you get to be Man in the Year, Direct Marketing Man of the Year, an agency in Denmark. Is it a prize or what kind of?
It's a competition that is hosted by the Danish Postal Service.
Postal Service.
And they do this competition each year, and then we have awards for. Well, the Direct Marketing Award of the Year, and then we have 7 categories like loyalty, business to business, and business to consumer. Then we have a few awards for more personal awards. Strategist of the Year, we have the Art Director of the Year, and Copywriter of the Year.
Oh, interesting.
So last week we won the Direct Marketing Award of the Year, and we won the business to business category, and we won the loyalty category, and we won Art Director of the Year, and one Strategist of the Year.
So a lot of awards. Yes. It's good for the clients, I think, for you to make the promotion. No?
Good for us as an agency as well.
And this, you say, is a postal service. It's not like in Europe or in Spain, in Germany. How to say? A direct marketing association. It's not it's not given. You don't have an.
We have one in Denmark.
Okay, but it's not involved in this.
And we have the DMA.
Yes, like something like this.
It's hosted by the postal service. They would like to show the good cases and would like to extend the market.
Understand.
Marketing.
So you have different prices: the postal service price and the direct marketing association price in Denmark. No, you have different prices.
We only have one price.
Only one.
For direct marketing.
Posted by.
That's the one from the postal service.
Interesting. In other parts of Europe, the postal services don't do so much like I think in Denmark.
They've done this in Denmark now for 20 years.
20 years. Okay. Interesting. And you have also a fair in Denmark, a fair, a direct marketing fair, like always only the price.
They host a few meetings and small fairs as well.
Okay, understand.
So it's driven and hosted by the postal service.
Can I ask you about your experience here in these days? You have been 2 days, I think, here. No, 1 or 2 days with the Interdirect network. No, your agency is an independent agency.
Yeah.
How was the experience after?
It's very good. It's my first time here.
Okay, it's your first time.
It's nice to meet all the other
Why it's
guys.
your first time? You are new. You are new in this group, or why it's the first time?
Yeah, we attended the Interdirect network last year.
Okay,
and I had another person attending last year.
Okay,
but he's not with the company anymore.
Okay, I understand. So
it's my first time here.
Okay, yes.
It's my first time meeting all those guys, but I've been in contact with some of them and doing business with some of them.
You do some business?
Yeah, we do that already.
With some countries, and especially
with Norway.
Okay,
and now
you are
we're
neighbors.
to help out Ireland as well because we met.
Yes.
So I think it's
the Scandinavian market is a big market. Norway, Sweden, Denmark together. No, it's
all together. It's about plus 20 million people. So it's not that big, but it's quite good in direct marketing.
It works.
Yeah,
no, it works. But do you think direct marketing has a big future after seeing what happens with the internet, with the emailings, with the mobile marketing, with Web 2.0, with all these changes? Do you think it will be a future for printing information when everybody is on an LCD and all this kind of electronic articles?
Yeah, well, I don't think direct marketing is direct mail. Direct mail is just one tool to do and to stay in contact with your clients and your prospects. So the combination and the interlink between the internet, the mailings, the cell phone, the mobile phones and stuff like that, that's a big opportunity for the moment. And all the direct marketers have a lot of knowledge about how to interlink and how to use those different medias. So it's a huge opportunity for direct marketers.
You think you as direct marketers have more knowledge than the traditional advertisers, agencies?
Sure, because we're used to communicate with one person at a time and do all those techniques that need to do that. And we use emails, we use SMS, we use online and offline mails in one huge combination.
But you don't think it's a problem because the consumers in Europe, they don't want to see more advertising in the film, in the TV, in the post box, the mailings, in the spam, the emails, sometimes spam, sometimes not. You don't think it's coming difficult times at this moment because the consumer is saying, please stop it? I ask.
It depends on what kind of market you're in. If you're in the mass communication market, offline or online as spam, then you're in big trouble. But if in the direct marketing market where we work on permissions, and we like to hang on to relationships and to show that we are worth being in relation with, then we're in a booming market at the moment because that people would like to be part of because it's relevant for them. On the other side, spam is not relevant. So if they find a connection where there's relevant information and good communication, they hang on to that because then they have a solution in the market that is very hard to figure out what is the best product or service.
So you think how some tendencies you see here in this rounds you can tell us or tell my readers in Spain some tendencies, some news you get about this kind of roundtable these 2 days?
From the network?
Yes, from the network.
Yeah, I think that we have had there's a new opportunity for a lot of direct marketing agencies at the moment, and that is to use all the communication that goes out of the big companies, which is not building loyalty, not building for sales, not building brand values. And that's all the statements that goes out from banks and insurance companies and all other kinds of companies. And that kind of communication, if you turn that around and make it sell more, make it brand more, make it more relevant to the reader, then you have a selling tool that you don't have to pay extra money to get, because the company already pays for that.
Okay.
So that we have been discussing here for 2 days, and everybody agrees to that. It's a huge opportunity, both for the companies and for the direct marketing companies. There's another tendency at the moment, that is a lot of companies need to move from having an offline connection with their clients and to digitalize that and get that communication on a daily basis online. Because you don't have the money to pay for that offline communication, and if you bring that into the online,
it's cheaper. You say it's
cheaper,
more okay.
And you can do more contacts than you can do in the offline business. So if you would like to be compatible in the future, you need to have a digitalized platform to communicate with your clients. If you can do that, you will be very competitive.
Okay, and you think that it's not happening at this moment? You think it has to happen more by advertisers?
Because it's going to kill a lot of banks, because a lot of the banks are from years back and they still have those old systems. And then there comes up new banks which has a digital platform to communicate with their clients. And if they can do that, they're much more compatible, because they're not going to use a lot of money to send out mailings. They send emails.
And you say you think this, what you are explaining here, very interesting. You think in the United States, the number one in marketing always, as we look from Europe, is it happening? Are they doing this way and we are following it or not?
A lot of people are talking about it, and then they figure out, this is expensive. Okay. We'll wait. But the more you wait, the more expensive it gets.
I understand. It's the problem.
And the faster your competitor moves. So it's a competitive game. Who does convert their communication and relations into a digital platform first is going to have a very, very huge advantage.
But it's a thing, you are an agency. It's a thing you cannot you can influence in this, or is it more, I think, the direct marketing, the marketing director and the advertiser has to do this, no? Has to make this change, or can you help this? Influence.
We can help this, and we have done cases that shows that this is a very.
But you cannot decide it.
I cannot decide.
That's the problem.
I can show the business case.
Okay.
And if you show the business case to the CFO or the CEO, they will say, "Why didn't we do this before?"
I understand.
Because we use a lot of money and we gain nothing out of it. If we can start gain money out of what we already invest, it's a good business case.
I understand. Okay.
It certainly works.
This because it's also a big.
I think. People don't change so fast, so the rules of direct marketing do not depend on the channel you're using. The rules of direct marketing are growing up over hundreds of years, starting with the first love letter from any Indian to his girlfriend. So I think we have to see you can make different things on different channels. Stagnation. In Germany, it's a little bit going down.
It's going down.
And the internet campaigns are rising very fast. So in our agency, make nearly double income with internet last year than the year before.
Since last year we spoke about your interesting book about topics in direct marketing. What do you think now with the topics about the Web 2.0, the new consumer, everything? Everybody's speaking about all these new changes. What do you think about this? Would it give material to make a new book like
internet? You can have movements and speeches and all those things. You cannot use on printed sheets. So there are, let's say, other visual tactics, but they follow the same rules than if you do a mailing or anything like that. The only thing you have to mention is that in these electronic channels, the time where the target group remembers what she's seen is much shorter still.
Mr. Brüggemann, besser gesagt, how are you seeing at this moment the market, the direct marketing market in Germany, in Europe possibly, because here with this group of international people, I think you also speak about these kind of things. Can you tell me your impressions?
Yeah, the economy is on a little better condition. So we mentioned that also in the direct marketing business, and but we see that the printing is more or less